Hi, I'm here with Melissa. We're at the Fields Pond Audubon Center in lovely Holden, Maine, and we're talking about seed sowing.
Yes.
It's January, it's cold, it's Maine, but we can get planting now if we use this technique. So tell us what we're doing here.
Great. Okay. So native plants are very special, and they actually really like the cold. And so it's really nice if, there's dark days in January to have something that you can sow right now while we're all wishing for our gardens this spring and summer.
True.
So this technique is one where we're going to mimic what the plant actually does in nature. So, and a plant, sheds its seeds in the fall, and what do? They fall right on the ground. So we're going to use some soil, of course, that's what's in here. And if you want to go ahead and fill your cup right to the top.
It's just a small little...
Yes. 4-inch cups are great because they don't require too much soil. And you're going to fill it right at the top so that we get a nice level.
Like a flat.
You got it. So it sort of looks just like the ground would look when the seed hits it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so now the fun part, you get to choose your seeds. So we have some wild bergamot, which is also known as bee balm. Very teeny tiny little seeds.
Tiny little babies.
This is a great one to do if that's your choice. I'm recommending that one because we have high success rates with the wild bergamot. It just really likes it, and it's pretty easy. It's a great one to start with if you're not quite sure what the process is.
So it's kind of hard to get these in
It
here.
is.
How many should I just grab a bunch and sprinkle them?
Exactly. So when I do this, I try to think about ways to help people understand it. It's kind of like feeding fish, just a pinch, and then sprinkle them along the top. You're not going to really be able to see them because they're so tiny and dark against that soil. But that you've just planted or sown some seeds, so well done.
Cool. All right, now what do we do?
Right, so now we have to protect them because this pod is actually going to sit outside because, of course, native plants that are outside, the seeds are going to be right on the ground along with the snow and the rain and all those things. But we don't want our seeds to get eaten by birds or animals that might find those seeds as food.
Right.
So we're going to put a little sand on top just to keep the wind from blowing it away.
Sand.
And my Parmesan cheese.
Your Parmesan cheese. Yeah, Parmesan cheese probably doesn't work, but you can
sand does. Yeah.
And you're just going to sprinkle this on top.
Exactly.
You kind of want a thick layer or a thin layer?
I think as long as you're kind of covering the area where the seeds are sitting, that's probably good right there. You just want to make sure they have a little bit of weight on top of them.
Okay.
But not too much that the light and the water can't get through.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that just weighs the soil.
Exactly. Just keeps those seeds in place.
Okay.
Now, the next part is the protection part. We're going to use some screen, which I've just cut apart an old screen that had some rips in it, and we fitted it so that it will go on the top. Oh, we forgot.
Oh.
We should definitely put a marker in there because you will not remember what it is.
Write down what it is.
Exactly.
Put the marker in.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm notorious for thinking I will remember.
I know, everyone is. We all do it. So you'll put your screen on. This is a good place to have a friend. So let me grab an elastic here. And as you kind of hold the screen in place, I'll just sort of, yeah, it's a little tricky. It is kind of a 3-person or 3-hand job. So there you go.
Oh, that's
not
hard. It's just trying to
it's
position
kind of awkward.
it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So now you have your plant, and then find a place outside where you can store your baby plant. Let it get sun, let it get rain, let it get snow, but just protect a little bit from wind if you can, because if it topples over, the seeds could fall out and then we may not have them germinate. So this one, hopefully, will come up in May, and then you're going to want to leave it right in the pot and let continue to water it, just like you would a normal plant, and let it continue to grow. And when it gets, a little bit higher, a little bit taller.
And obviously, you take the screen off.
Correct. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Yes, you'll take the screen off, but then just keep watering it right in its pot, and then as it matures and becomes a little bit more substantial, you can plant it right in the ground. I would say like August, September. Now, that might feel like a funny time to plant, but it's really an awesome time to plant native plants in the fall.
Okay.
We sort of don't run the risk of drought, and that's some other things that we sometimes run into in the summer. And then once it's established in the spot that you want, you don't have to do very much to it. It's just an amazing plant. And this is a fun, if you get a chance, look up bee balm. It's a fun, crazy petal plant. I have a picture down there if you want to grab it, but it's a fun one, and bees really like it. That's its common name, bee balm, and butterflies and hummers. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Really fun thing to do. Fun thing to do with your kids.
Absolutely.
Easy to find all of these ingredients, if you will. This is great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Thanks for hanging out with us at the Fields Pond Audubon Center in Holden, Maine. Talk to you later. Bye. Done. Good job.